Have you ever sat down to work, opened your laptop, and somehow ended up on your phone, scrolling without even noticing? Minutes disappear, your focus disappears, and you're left wondering why it's so hard to stay on track. You're not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. Your brain is simply overwhelmed by the world we live in today. Let's talk about why focusing has become so difficult, and how you can slowly take back control of your mind. Why modern brains can't focus. Your brain wasn't designed for the digital world. It was built for survival, not for endless notifications, messages, videos, and updates every few seconds. Every swipe, every ping, every new piece of content gives your brain a small dopamine hit, and your mind quickly gets used to it. So when you try to sit down and do something slower, deeper, or more demanding, your brain rejects it, not because you're lazy, but because your brain has adapted to constant stimulation. Today's world pulls your attention in every direction, and your mind simply hasn't had a break. Dopamine overload, what's actually happening? Dopamine isn't the problem. The problem is how often we trigger it. Your brain is meant to feel rewarded occasionally, but social media gives you that reward every few seconds. Your attention span gets shorter. Your patience disappears. Your ability to focus weakens. This is why real work feels boring. Not because the work is boring, but because your dopamine system is exhausted. The good news? Your brain can recover, and it recovers faster than you think. Simple steps to regain control. You don't need to quit technology. You don't need to disappear for a month. You just need small, practical changes that shift your brain back into balance. 1. Create a focus zone. Choose one place where you only work. A desk, a corner, a table, anywhere. When your brain sees that spot, it automatically switches into focus mode. This makes concentrating much easier. 2. The start small rule. Instead of saying, "I'm going to work for 2 hours," say, "I'm going to start for 2 minutes." Not because 2 minutes is the goal, but because starting is the hardest part. Once you start, staying in motion becomes easier. This isn't a trick. The psychology. The brain resists starting, not doing. 3. Turn down the noise. You don't have to delete your apps, but silence the ones that pull your attention the most. Your brain can't focus if it keeps expecting a new notification. Removing the constant "maybe something happened" feeling lets your mind calm down and return to work. 4. Do one hard mental task a day. Not a specific activity, just something that requires real focus. Something that challenges your attention. Something that requires effort. This strengthens your ability to concentrate, just like a muscle. Over time, your mind becomes more stable, more disciplined, more capable of deep work. 5. Give your brain quiet moments. We're so overstimulated that silence feels strange. But silence is where your brain resets. A few minutes with no music, no headphones, no screen, and your mind begins to recover. This is how you rebuild your attention span. This is how you stop feeling restless. This is how your focus returns. How focus changes your life trajectory. Focus is one of the rarest skills today. Most people can't stay concentrated for even a few minutes. So if you can learn to focus even a little, you instantly separate yourself from the crowd. Focus leads to skills. Skills lead to opportunities. Opportunities lead to success. And success begins in the mind. Your future depends on your ability to control your attention. Because whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you ignore fades. When you choose to focus, you're choosing who you become. Remember this: if you've been struggling with focus, don't blame yourself. Your mind has been overwhelmed by constant stimulation. But you can take back control. Not instantly, not overnight, but gradually through small, consistent steps. Your attention is your power. Your focus is your advantage. Your mind is your greatest tool. Protect it. Strengthen it. Use it wisely. The life you want depends on what you choose to focus on. And today, you choose to take that first step.